Still has time to have a look up. Namata keeps his run going, but he's over, hits it there, heavy touch, making it too easy for Yusuf, who now launches forward, but it's a bit aimless at times. Osu unconvincing there, the referee happy to let play continue as Hamid picks up Namata. Works inside to his captain, Alfari. Jibrili and Nusa bringing pressure on themselves. Well, it's really good pressing from Ghana. Somewhat unfortunate to be caught offside, but really good pressing from Ayia and Levy. Trying to play it back in across the back line. The pitch isn't in the best condition, somewhat held up. As you can see the bobbles everywhere. Obviously taking in a lot of football between the two stadias. This Stade Port Gentil and the Stade de l'Amitié in the capital city of Libreville. That's an excellent challenge there. Namata though lays off for Jibrila. Niger pick up Namata. Well, it's loose again, and has to be said, Alfari, the Niger captain, hasn't started particularly well. That's a brilliant read, but it falls kindly for Otu. Now Toku dropping deep. Well, Al-Hassan having to come, but he's now driving in. It's a beautiful ball. Ghana in behind. And somehow it snuck past the post. A brilliant save from Khaled. And it's Levy who is frustrated. Brilliantly released by the enterprising run of Al-Hassan. Just the right touch as the ball whipped in and taken into chest by Khaled, who has kept the scores blank with the first big save of the match. Well, he opened his body up, looked to maybe go to the near post. In fact, it's just clipped off the leg of the Menas goalkeeper, and his right leg has just managed to squeeze it wide. Well, that the clearest cut opportunity of the match thus far, and it went to the Starlets. But despite their proficiency in front of goal during this tournament, unable to take a gilt-edged opportunity. Ibrahim Suli had started 3 of the games and had a goal from the opening match against Cameroon. Levy will want to try and make amends for that miss as Niger looked to take advantage of the reprise. Ibrahim able to get there ahead of Hamid. Clattered there. Probably by Namata, charging back into his right back position. As Ghana look to build again, finding little gaps. Far too much purchase on the ball through there. That's well left. Yassine trying to run it, but he'll take the free kick. Good turn to try and get away from Al-Hassan. And now Soufiane over the ball. What a story it would be for Ismaila Tiamoko's side if they were to knock out tournament favourites Ghana. Looking to try and make something happen here. Sofiane changing the angle, whips it in. Ibrahim gets a punch to it. And it finds a white shirt, and now Ghana can break. Ball whipped to the right-hand side. Lovely cut inside. Well, he keeps going. Well, he's held up a little bit. Eventually his cross cut out by Rashid. Brilliant play from Captain Aya. Ghana come again. Toku trying to link with Eric Aya. The ball cleared only as far. That's a brilliant ball to try and release Mensah. But the linesman's flag bringing the move to an end. Well, it's a poor decision, looked to be in line. No wonder Mensah frustrated. Well, one of 4 players, Narco Mensah, to have come down with malaria in the last few days, but seem to be showing many ill effects. That's Ghana. Try and keep the pressure on. Great movement from the front players. Now a chance to find to the back post. Brilliantly popped up from Levy to Mensah. But he just couldn't judge the cross. Levy lifting it up, but he's attacked it maybe a bit too early. He maybe had time to try and control it. And suddenly Ghana are motoring through the gears. And it's hard to see how long Niger can hold out. Well, both these sides met in the build-up to this competition. A double header of friendlies, of which on both occasions the Black Starlets scored 2 unanswered goals. An obvious confidence booster for the Ghanaians. There wasn't too much in that between Ibrahim and O2, but the centre-back really looks in a lot of pain. A little bit of spray also for the leg of his defensive partner, Yusuf. So maybe just a couple of concerns for Samuel Fabin. He'll be hoping his centre-back pairing will be able to get through the match unscathed. He does look to his bench. Najib Yakubu is suspended, the fullback. Kingsley Owusu. Gideon Akwe, the fullback. Really their only defensive options on the bench. So I'll have to wait and see how serious this is for O2. But for the moment, Ghana down to 10. As Ibrahim launches forward, Eric Aya wins the flick on. But way too much time. Well, the whole Khalid taking a long run round. Looked like he suddenly realized where he was and collapsed to the ground. Ball launched into the center of the pitch, and it's well picked up by Sofiane. Now Yassin trying to pick it down the line, but no chance for Ami to try and come across to help. Al Hassan down the line. Ghana aren't sitting in despite being a man down. Long throw. Shabila leaving it to his defensive partner, Inusa. Strong battling there. Leaves Al Hassan with the throw. Well, the referee deciding the holding was coming from the Ghana player. You can see Mensah backing into Namata. And he tried for the flick on. Picked up by Alfari. Now Namata. Bit of time for Sufyan to get the ball under control. Uses his fullback. And now lofts it forward, but not enough height on that. Well, it's a lovely play. And there's space on this left-hand flank. Mensah. Well, he's asking a bit too much. Well, he certainly asked a bit too much of Al Hassan, but across came Levy, almost stealing it in front of Namata. I didn't really see him coming. Certainly feeling the full effect. Well, Fabian encouraging his players forward. Al Hassan. Now Levy. The ball bouncing kindly, and it's an awkward one for Ibrahim. It's the best he can. And it's worked out pretty well. Lovely ball looking for Aya on the move. Anusa shielding for his keeper to come in clear. But that's an excellent ball infield by Owusu. But Toku stopped dead in his tracks. But Ghana will come again. Lifted forward by Utu. Thankfully for Ghana, able to continue. The ball lofted forward to Aya. Oh, he looked like he was going to try and take a volley on, but he's absolutely clattered Namata and hurt himself in the process. Well, the Mensa right back, Namata, has certainly been in the wars, but he stuck to his task there, got his head to it. He's taking a clattering for his troubles, but excellent cover work. He did play him onside, much further back than the rest of the Niger back four, but he stuck to his task. Although Aya also feeling the effects of that collision. So Ghana winning their group comfortably after 9 goals without reply. Well, they will take on defending champions Mali later tonight. Niger, that crushing 2-2 draw with Angola having led 2-0 for an hour. And then the slender loss to Mali, but slender 1-0 win over Tanzania, bringing them to this stage. Despite Ghana's clear talents, they're still level. But for how much longer? Well, what a big miss. Aya through on goal. His 6th of the competition beckoned. But the competition top scorer, despite brilliant movement, couldn't find a finish, trying to use the outside of his right boot to lift it over the on-rushing Khaled. Well, the keeper somewhat vindicated for coming out so quickly. But really, it should have been Ghana. 1-0 to the good. Well, for once, it's not Namata in a bad way. Mensah trying to make clear that it was his head, not his elbow. The referee, Mustafa Gorbal, just having a word with the Ghana left winger. But Soufiane certainly doesn't look happy with the outcome of the challenge. Taking a ice to the neck. Didn't look like there was anything malicious in the challenge, but certainly won't make it hurt any less. So the game has certainly been enterprising, but a bit bitty in the last 5 or 10 minutes. A few players picking up knocks. Ghana a little bit slow there. And Niger nicking in, but mopped up at the back. And Ibrahim looks to go early to Mensah. It's a really good header. And now Ghana could be in. Brilliant covering though from Rashid. Saw the danger. The fullback covering in. He and Namat have done that well, but a slip and an inappropriate time potentially is giving Niger a chance. Ibrahim looks to be hurt as the shot gives nothing to Ibrahim to worry about in the Ghana goal. Well, there was space at the back post for Yassine, but Yakuba electing to go himself. He has won a corner, but striker Ibrahim, Boubacar Maru, has stayed down. Just seemed to feel something go. Didn't appear anything obvious. As the Niger substitutes keep themselves ready. Well, he's holding his head, Ibrahim, but hopefully there'll be a chance that he can make it back. Taken short. Changing the angle and whipping it in. Oh, it's not good from Ibrahim. Well, he's not conceded a goal, but he certainly wasn't confident coming out there. And Yakuba, whose strike won the corner, once again, an opportunity falls his way, but he scuffed it with the luminous goalkeeper right on his toes. Let off for Ibrahim. Well, Namata sold himself short, missing the interception, bailed out by Jabrila. They've got to switch on quickly though, Mensah. Niger clearing their lines, but only as far as El Hassan, but now he's out of position. Now Yassine down for Hamid, shows his strength. Tried to play it through there, but couldn't find the ball through to Soufiane. Nusa, his excellent defensive clearance, find his way to Soufiane, who surely pick up a free kick there. Alfari leaves it to the number 8. Takes it short to his captain, now back to Nusa. Space here for Alfari. Not the best of balls though. His distribution hasn't been great today. Well, Namata got some cover from Yassine as he stepped out to try and get in there. Ayi has away here. The keeper, Khaled, keeping his clean sheet intact. He's been pretty decisive, no matter what the situation. Hamid with the flick. Yassine gives chase. That's brilliant from Sufyan. Just couldn't find the ball as it snuck behind him. Well, Levy in the middle there wanted a ball through, but he instead chose to come right. It's well worked to give Toku a chance to run at Alfari. Twists and turns, and will pick up the free kick. Stopped in his tracks, the cheetah-panted man. It's lovely footwork. And then Rashid coming across and clattering the number 10. We'll leave it to the left foot of Mensah. Less than 10 minutes before half-time break. Can Ghana find the breakthrough? They've looked the most likely, but so far have not found a way past Khaled. Alfari and Rashid in the wall. Explain to them what the referee will be looking out for. So Mensah starting his run-up. Elects to try and hit it towards goal. Gets a second go at it. Khalid, not the most convincing, but finds an orange shirt and clear to touch. Mensah looks to take the throw quickly. Musa tries to find Toku, but needed to find touch rather to the side of him. But here's a free kick, headed away by Rashid. Smashed back in. Khaled protecting his near post. As the Mata tries to find Yassine. Certainly looked like a game that would be destined for goals. The longer these knockout matches go, the more chance that the stress and strain of potentially going out can affect the teams. It's certainly interesting to see how these youngsters deal with that conundrum if it stays goalless into the second half. Ghana's coach, Samuel Fabian, had said his side have been practicing penalties if it should ultimately come to that stage. But still, a long way from that at present. 6 minutes before half-time, Namata just warned there by the referee. Well, he's not going to stand for those types of challenges. Al Hassan. Well, no one really to aim at, in all honesty. An easy take for Khaled. So Jibrila launching long. Nigeria have looked threatening at times, certainly in the earlier part of the half, but struggling to really get in behind Ghana, who have found opportunities more and more. Terrific challenge, nicking it away from Toku. It's a chance from the corner for Ghana. Al Hassan with the responsibility. It's an excellent ball whipped in, and what a chance, but headed into the ground instead of towards the goal. Well, a big chance there for Yusuf, and another Ghana chance goes a begging. Yassine wins the header, wants the ball back, instead looks long. The break of the ball for Ibrahim, whips it across, but it's nothing that Hamid can attack, but it gets all the way to Yakuba. Over the head of Hamid, who is really starved of any quality. Charging in there, Ibrahim. Clattering Yusuf in the process. Again, the pitch just not a great underfoot. Ibrahim put pressure on, pressing high up the pitch. Well, they made 5 changes for this match, having failed to score against Guinea, and Ghana have struggled to turn their shooting boots back on after 9 goals in their opening 2 matches. Can they change that here? Swept across, and another gilt-edged chance comes and goes. Eric Ayes, usually so deadly. It's a wonderful ball whipped across, but the captain couldn't complete the transaction. Al Hassan, that's a brilliant turn, looking for an option. The final ball, poor from Levy. That was a sensational ball from Mensah to find Eric Ayia. Just had to direct it on target, but past the near post. A real waste. They've had 3 or 4 really good opportunities, Ghana, without taking any of them. On the other end, Nigeria have looked dangerous of sorts, but in all honesty, Ibrahim's not had a great deal to do. So Jibrila to launch forward as we edge towards the 45-minute mark. There were certainly a few stoppages. Interesting to see how much time's added on, but this is a chance for Ghana. Nigeria trying to flood players back. And it's excellent defended by Nusa, although Kelly can't get a foot on that. Levy finding himself isolating Nusa, but keeper unable to save the corner. 2 minutes then before the half-time break. That's an excellent take from Khalid. There's no real pressure on it, but he made sure he got two hands on it and claimed it. Delivered to a decent area, but the keeper with a clear path to the ball. Well, the header back there is loose. I mean, just unable to get on it, but although it's broken kindly here. Well, it will be a free kick. Handball against Al Hassan. And Sufyan may fancy his chances. Certainly would favour a left footer on this right-hand side more, but certainly Nigeria's main man to go to. Took the shot on. Yassine over it as well, but be a real surprise if Sufyan didn't take the opportunity to potentially give Niger a shock half-time lead. Oh, Yakuba trying to prove a nuisance in the wall. Toku happy to engage in a wrestling match. So this likely the last action of the half. We're already past the minimum 2 minutes added on. There's options for Sufyan. He tried to go the near post, could deliver again, but just past Ibrahim's top corner. It was a good effort. He gets a low five, but Ibrahim's clean sheet maintained, yet to concede in the tournament. There's yet to be a goal in the first semi-final, as Mustafa Gorbal brings an end to the half. Well, there's been chances at either end. Ghana certainly the most wasteful in front of goal, and that's why it is goalless at the break. Well, Eric Ayer certainly will feel he should have hit the back of the net. But Khaled, the busier of the two goalkeepers, has been impressive. Will there be a breakthrough in the second half? Or will this game be destined to be decided by the cruel penalty shootout? Well, yeah, it leads the troops off. But at the half-time break, it's Ghana 0, Niger 0. Well, later tonight, the Stade de l'Amitié, the second semi-final will take place between Mali and Guinea. It'll take place at 7:30 Central European time. But this, the first semi-final here in Port-Gentil. It's currently goalless, although Ghana have had chances. A brilliant one passed up by Toku, when he surely should have hit the back of the net. Al Hassan, a few times he's come forward from left backs, looked dangerous. Played in Levy. He may have not known much about it, but a brilliant save from Khaled. Just coming off his leg and trundling past the post. Well, there was a square ball for Ayer on there. Levy elected to go himself. Would have been a tap-in for the captain. But Levy did cross on this occasion, but really misread by Mensah. Attacked the ball too early. And the Black Starlets onslaught continued. Eric Ayia, though, surely should have done better. Finally through on goal. Brilliant movement away from Namata. But a poor finish, not indicative of his tournament. Ibrahim almost put himself in trouble. But Yakuba scuffing it wide. Mensah got 2 bites at the cherry. But Khaled managing to save at his near post.
Starting an investment is key to a successful life. Taking a decision to invest your money does not only depend on your capacity to invest, but also the availability of efficient investment advisors and fund managers. That is why I recommend to you Delta Capital Limited.
What we do here is to create value and wealth for our customers.
In Delta Capital, we delight in seeing customers happy with smiles on their faces anytime they come into our office.
Delta Capital Limited has the vision to become the preferred investment manager in Ghana.
What we do is to make sure we provide excellent services for our clients.
Locate us at Grant House, 5th Fire Avenue, Bant Road, Asalam Down. Delta Capital, invest with us.
It's time for the continent's clubs. Time to know the teams. Africa. Time to know the players. Time to know what forms the true fibers of Africa football. It's the CAF Confederation Cup and Champions League. Coming to you live from the 12th of May on GTV Sports Plus. GTV Sports Plus. The legends live here.
My guy, you and your 5-7
Massa, GTV BM, Bundesliga, Serie A, Asawaja and Crawford Crowd,
Chinese Super League,
and Ghana Premier League. Pay what GTV Sports. Minia, the young is what your fees and TV license fees, you know. And wow, Nafa. Hey, Ubetimi register is simple. Star 718 star 28 hash. Now I'll register. I will Vodafone, Tigo, MTN, and Airtel. Now I'll pay it. Hey, Ubetimi tria. I will banks winning now.
Put your flags up in the sky. Put them in the sky.
Welcome back. So lots of talking points from the first 45 minutes of action. Ghana creating the chances, but just unable to get the ball at the back of the net, and that has been the story for the first half. I have Coach Abakari Damba and Coach Bianca in the studio, to walk us through the first 45. Start first with you, Kuku. How will you sum this one up?
I think our boys need to just calm down. We are a bit in a hurry to, finish the game, and I think that like I said earlier on, the Nigerians, they have nothing to fight for this game. For them, they've already achieved what it's unthinkable. They are going to the World Cup, and they are playing against a side that they know are superior. So all that they are doing is to go all out. And you also realize that we are allowing them a lot more play, and they are growing in confidence. And that's what I was afraid of. We need to keep the ball, we need to calm down, we need to pass amongst each other, and most importantly, we need to take the chances when they come. It's only when we are able to put the ball at the back of the net that we can actually, kill their confidence and then finish the game. Other than that, the pressure is going to increase. And you could see it at the very latter stages of the first half. Our guys were losing confidence whilst they were increasing their confidence. And you saw the free kick that they took at the very last minute. It could have resulted in a goal. Our goalkeeper and our defenders at the back, there seems to be a bit of miscommunication every now and then. I believe that the coaches will need to just try and calm them down, and we'll be able to do a better job in the second half.
Well, I mean, if you want to go back to the Guinea game, I think all the problems we've seen today manifested themselves back then. The difference, though, coach, is that we're getting clear goal-scoring opportunities. A year, Live and Koa get into dangerous positions. They just can't get the ball at the back of the net.
Erasmus, I think the players are putting too much pressure on themselves. I will not say the pressure is coming from the bench, but the players are creating unnecessary pressure. They need to be more patient on the ball. Scoring opportunities, creating them is one thing, and putting them behind the goal is another thing. We have created, if I'm not exaggerating, about 10 scoring chances, and at least we shall be leading by 2 or more goals now.
Yeah.
So I think that going forward in the second half, we need to be more patient. Let us build up patiently from the back, do our normal passing and interpassing, even though we are missing too much today. The wing play that we used to rely on, Yakubu's absence is highly felt. The passer of the ball from the middle part of the field, which is a Bismarck, is missing. So I think Parkwesi should circulate the players now. It's about not changing of players, but should just circulate them to different positions, give them different roles. I think a Bismarck should be brought back into his usual controlling midfield role. Let him come and do the normal ball circulation, the long and high switch plays, then we can see our normal wing attack. That's what is missing in the game currently.
You know, previously we were trying to get an understanding how Bismarck came to that role. So Idris started the first game, got injured, and then the second game, during the course of the game, it meant we needed to bring in Bismarck. Right. And so you can clearly see a coach who's trying to revert to his original, holding midfielder, and it's difficult at this stage for him to make that switch.
But it is not just working, Erasmus. It's not working. We need a player who will locate his teammates with high technical speed passes, and this is what Bismarck is able to do, and it was evident. We saw it clearly what he did. But now deploy him onto the right side, he's struggling there. Even a few times you have seen him come up front. But how many crosses have come from the right side? How many crosses have come from the left side? And I must also say, Toku is drifting too wide right. Eya is drifting too wide left. These players need to focus and stay in front of goal. This is where we need them. They should stay in front of the goal so they can have clear vision of the goal and put the ball in the net.
Okay.
And more importantly, they should be simplistic. They should play more simple football. But I think they are carrying the ball too much, too many touches on the ball. Let us release the ball quicker, faster.
I really want to pose this question about the high line the Nigerians are playing. They're playing a high line, and then, many times our players are drifting into the offside position. Yes, it goes back to the point you made earlier about just being calm, picking the spot, but if you were to be in Parkwesi's shoes at this time, what would you be telling the boys, especially that part of the game?
Well, our opponents are tall. They are taller than us, and you have to keep the ball down. Try and pass amongst each other, and be calm. It is as though we are in a rush to finish off the game. And like Coach said, we are putting pressure on ourselves because of that. So, become, pass the ball to each other, keep things simple. And then if I were Parkwesi, I'll talk to a year, take it easy. You know, it's not about, you know, getting all the goals for your individual play. It's also about the team and making sure that we can get the goal and advance to the finals of the tournament. So I will tell him calm down. I'll tell them, you know, keep your focus. Let's keep the ball to ourselves. And we shouldn't allow the Nigerians to even get the ball, because that's where they now begin to, you know, grow in confidence, and that's what I want us to avoid. Once we keep it to ourselves and we are able to, you know, see each other out, pass, and then focus on getting the goals, I'm sure we'll be able to break them down.
I think you're the most appropriate person to ask this question. Dan Ladi, the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Not only in this first game, but at times he just rushes out, and I don't know what really is amiss back there.
Well, I think he should be more composed. He's not been tested most of the time, and I believe in his anxiety to get involved. He thinks that
Khalid hopes to continue his fine form in goal, having denied Ghana throughout the first half. in their favour. An odd kick-off. Niger just electing to give possession to Ghana. Well, Ghana certainly will feel they need to be clinical in this half, something they failed to be in the first. Niger haven't done enough really to threaten Ibrahim, although look to get in behind there. Ibrahim on the move. Ibrahim Boubacar Maru unable to get there ahead of Danlad Ibrahim, the Ghana goalkeeper. But now the Black Starlets in behind here. Levy gets his head up. Eric Ayia unable to get his shot away, well blocked. But Ghana come again. Well taken out there by Al Hassan, giving support to Mensah. Namata sticking to his task. Al Hassan with the throw. Has it back. Well, manages to skip through. It's really neat play in the penalty box. The ball clipped across. That's excellent defending from Rashid. The left back tucking in and seeing the danger as Toku looked to try and get his head on the end of that. So from the corner, swung in, but it's well headed away by Amid. But it's all Ghana at the start of the second half. Good strength though from Namata. No free kick. Sofiane looks long. Ibrahim just giving O2 something to think about. The centre back seeming to recover from the sort of back he had in the first half. Stretch it off, but managed to come back on successfully. Oh, Niger looking to work their way through. They'll get another chance to attack. Sofiane inside, but looks to come out, and it's a looping effort. I had Ibrahim worried in the goal. Yassine cutting inside. And Yakubu, with his hand up on the far side, elected to go for a goal, and it wasn't a bad effort. Now, Ahia looks to continue his run. He's desperate to try and stay on side, but the ball forward from Levy. Never threatened to put him in. And now space here for Yakuba. Looks to come onto his favoured right foot. He's pushed back. And now Rashid looks to loft it in. Sofiane gets a touch, but can't hold on to it. That's an excellent challenge from Namata. Gets a cheer from a small band of Niger fans over on that far side. Certainly African fans, great reputation, constantly singing and moving and dancing, no matter what is happening. But will they be treated to a goal? As of yet, the answer is no, but Ghana look to release Al Hassan. Well, it's Mensah, in fact, denied there. Going too early, but to be fair to the winger, did appear that Anusa may have been playing him onside, but Niger get the benefit of the doubt. Well, despite Ghana having the better clear-cut chances, Niger have certainly stuck to their task. Hamid looks to try and knock the ball down, but it doesn't stick. Headed forward, but offside from Ibrahim Maru. It's the keeper of Ghana, Ibrahim, who takes it short to his fullback, Owusu, who thought about using his centre-back O2, but felt there's a bit too much pressure, but it's given away cheaply for the throw. Rashid takes it. Owusu with the header, but it's fallen kindly to Yakuba. Needs support. They managed to keep it in, but couldn't do anything to try and find a teammate. Toku. I'll leave it there for Owusa. Well, it was short there. A nice step in. The ball round the corner from Idris. And now a 2-on-1 on this left-hand side, but it's just played behind the on-rushing Al Hassan. Niger just putting the pressure back on, as looks like it'll be a first change of the match. Well, it's Yakuba going off, and on comes Ishmael Isaka Magagi. So the number 6 midfielder making his first appearance of the tournament at the most critical stage. Ghana look to try and get themselves in front, but it's a wasteful effort. Really looked like nothing, even between a shot or a cross from Leve. Certainly no Ghana players taking a chance in the 6-yard box. Mensah looks to get back involved, look to try and spin on the ball, but Namata thought he'd managed to get it out for a goal kick, but a corner given. And Al Hassan will look to whip this in. Well, it's not dealt with brilliantly by Niger, but they get a bit lucky. Well, that's given away cheaply. The overhead kick does clear the lines. And we dropping back to battle for that. And Namata. The challenge of Leve penalised. it's broken here kindly. Brilliant block. Niger still recycle it through. Yassin. Well, coming back off the Niger player, according to the linesman. Right winger not happy. But for being in a decent position, Ghana now able to clear the lines, but it's not a good one. Falls straight to Ismail. Couldn't control it. Now long ball looking for Eric Aye, but that's brilliantly dealt with by Anusak. Just got his head to it. And Khaled able to collect. Well, the flick on there from Ibrahim giving Amid something to chase. It's not a great ball out, and Niger chipping away at Ghana. Certainly, as I said, haven't had the chances that the Black Starlets have. The Mensahs are still very much in this semi-final, particularly with it still goalless. Owusu gets rid, almost turns into a good pass, but just flicked on. And Jabria electing to just play it safe with Levy breathing down his neck. Early ball in, and Nusa does well. The long range efforts giving Khaled absolutely nothing to worry about. Al Hassan with the effort, but never looked like threatening. The Niger goal. Well, not for the first time, a player down. This time it's Ghana's Levy who's in pain. Stretcher out again, but they'll be hoping Levy's okay. He's certainly looked lively. Ghana have yet to find the breakthrough. Certainly tried his best. Well, the signs are good. The medical team waving over to Samuel Fabin, a thumbs up and a wave, suggesting Levy will return in short time. As we edge towards the hour mark, it's still Ghana 0, Niger 0. The opening goal would be absolutely vital, surely. Jabrila on ball. Searching for Ibrahim. The overhead kick only as far as Sufyan. Can't get it out of his feet, but Ibrahim does well. Tries to loft it towards Hamid. Just a swing and a miss, a rare point in which he actually had a look at goal, but maybe being starved of any real chances. Leaves the big man rusty. So down the line from Riyad, in fact. Rashid electing to hold on. Ishmael over his head. Ball dropping towards Ishmael Maru. Ibrahim Maru, I should say. Ball into Enakaye, who falls out into this near side, but he does well to battle back and win it back for his team. Sufyan only down for a short time. That'll certainly be a free kick. Al-Fari penalised for the challenge on Osman. Well, most of Ghana's play has been out on the flanks. Rare time to see one of their two sitting midfielders get forward. Well, medical staff appeared to give a thumbs up, but it's not the case. Well, he did manage to get back onto the pitch. Whether this is to do with the knock he took or just a tactical decision, Levy will make way. And it's the man who already has a goal this tournament, Ibrahim Souli of New Life FC. Scored in their opening day thrashing of Cameroon when Eric Ayia scored a hat-trick. Well, Kelly looked to have that under control and then suddenly seemed to be struggling. In the end, a brilliant save. We'll see from here. Well, he looked to be catching it and then had second thoughts and just pushed it wide. Ball spinning back into play, but the officials not fooled, so a corner. So Al Hassan whips it in. Oh, it's on target. And Khaled was finally beaten, but not the crossbar. Yusuf completely unmarked. He had Jabrila right there. But the big Niger defender seemed to get caught under the ball. And a gilt-edged chance for Yusuf to get Ghana ahead. Well, Ibrahim electing for a flying kick to clear his lines. Now Ghana trying to get in behind. Well, corner given. Niger wanting a free kick for the challenge by Ayia as the clearance was made by Inusa. They certainly have a case. It's a clumsy trip and fall from the Ghana captain. But it is a corner. Now Niger try and break. Oh, he tried to use the space in behind. But he gave Otu too big an opportunity. Well, hit for the near post. Ibrahim palming it wide. He's furious with his backline as substitute Ishmael almost got Niger into a shock lead, driving down his left side. Well, in fact, it was just a cross that almost caught out Ibrahim. The ball whipped into the far post. Well, a vital header. And just after Ghana had hit the crossbar, Niger enjoying their best spell of the match. The ball whipped in again and they'll have a corner. The first real pressure from Niger and testing out Ghana's resolve to keep the clean sheets and having not conceded in the tournament. But at this point, concession could be curtains. Brilliant ball whipped in, but it's cleared away. A great chance. Khaled standing up to it. And once again, Eric Aia denied. Well, it's end-to-end stuff at the moment now, really opening up. Despite the obvious fears that will come as the match progresses of going out, these sides have stayed positive. The Mata, again, the man tasked with trying to hold down Aia. His movement out wide and back inside makes him so difficult to pick up. Warming up on the sidelines. Substitute goalkeeper Musa Uali Ima, but it looks like Khalid will be able to continue, which is good news. He's been Nigeria's best player. Usa with the looping ball, but nothing for Ghana to gain from that. Khalid with another vital save. Nigeria look long towards Ibrahim. He'll get the throw. And this semi-final really on a knife edge. Well, easy take for Ibrahim, and he looks to release early, but well read by Rashid, who takes the throw. Well, a robust challenge from Sufyan, penalised. Ghana looking to finally make that breakthrough. The ball whipped in and squeezing past the right-hand post of Khalid. Wonderful effort. But it just dragged wide from Mohamed Idris. Beautiful first touch, whipped it with his left, having got it out of his feet. And Idris and Osman really are coming to the fore, the two central midfielders for Ghana. Well, Ghana now in behind. It's really opened up with just over 20 minutes to go. Ghana nil, Niger nil, but surely it can't stay that way. And even if it does, no blame can be laid at the two sides who have been as positive as they could be. The ball launched long. But no Niger players high enough up the pitch to affect it. Ibrahim trying to press. It's an excellent ball forward. An excellent play. Releases into Toku. Oh, it's a brilliant save, Khaled. Eric Aia denied again. The movement of the captain has been sensational throughout the match. His finishing generally hasn't been to his high standards, but he couldn't do better than that. And that is an outrageous save. Toku linking with Idris. And that is a brilliant save. Idris with the ball in. First touch, got his shot away in front of Jabria. The corner whipped in. Toku with a attempted overhead kick. Now the shot will come in, but it's high and wide. Alassane unable to keep his shot down, but what another brilliant save from Shirley. A strong contender for man of the match, Khaled Lawali Ibrahim. It's been a stunning performance from the Niger goalkeeper, and they certainly knew before against this impressive Ghana side they would need their goalkeeper to be on top form. And he certainly proved to be. Ghana look to break, but it's well judged by Jabrila. Now Ishmael. Well, the ball's released down the right. Toku, haven't seen enough of him in the match, but with a bit of freedom now. Tries to find Aia. The referee's whistle. I think it's an infringement against Aia, although he also looks somewhat confused. Toku cutting in on his favoured left, looked to poke it in. Not sure at all what that's been given for, but Niger happy nonetheless. Toku with a good header, one of the smallest players on the pitch. So, with just over 15 minutes remaining of the 90, it is Ghana 0, Niger 0. Is there to be a breakthrough in this match? Driving run, Al-Hassan drives it in. Cleared in front of his own goal by Rashid. Well, we've just over 15 minutes left. There won't be any extra time played in this match. So after the full-time whistle, if it is still a draw, it will go directly to a penalty kickoff. And a penalty shootout to decide who will make the final in Libreville. The 28th of May, where Ghana or Niger will face Mali or Guinea. But at the moment it's still very much up to question who will be the sides in the final. So goalless here in the first semi-final of the Africa Under-21 Cup of Nations. Ghana certainly have had the clearer cut chances. They haven't been able to find a way past Khaled Lawali. And yet Niger have had their opportunities and have certainly been positive throughout. They knew if they were to make it through to the final, they'd need a huge slice of luck as well as strong performances. So far, they've done both. Ismail, substitute, looking for an option, tries to launch it back towards captain Alfari, but cut out easily. Well, that given away cheaply, and now Asfari, well, did get to the ball first. A strong challenge from Osman, but it comes back for Niger. Sofiane couldn't get there first. Owusu with the challenge, but he's going to have to get back across. Ismail just couldn't get round him. Needed to control the ball before trying the skill. That's given away cheaply. Under pressure from Ibrahim. It's overhit there, but it's dropped kindly for Ibrahim. But he's now been penalised for holding him. Yusuf. So Ghana looking to make their first final since 2005, when they were runners-up to eventual winners Gambia, as they took their first title. The host nation succeeding on that occasion. Their last victory back in 1999, their second triumph. They're desperate to be the first side to win 3. There could be a chance here. Khalid, though, once again coming up trumps. Well, he read the situation brilliantly. There was only one place this ball could go. He took a chance. He certainly had cover. The ball could have been whipped by Toku towards the goal, but he looked to pick out his captain, Eric Aia. And Khalid doing brilliantly to cut it out. Well, the first yellow card of the match coming out for Rashid, nutmeg there. And then stopping him in his tracks. Lovely from substitute Sully. No big concerns for Rashid, his first yellow card of the competition. Ball launched forwards towards Tuku. Tuku gets the break of the ball, lofts it to the back post. But it's well defended by Ismail, who now goes out to press Al Hassan. Well, handball there. Stopping that attack in its tracks. Well, Khalid has been absolutely inspirational for Niger. Now, one of the 4 players came down with a bout of malaria, being subbed on for another. So Arko Mensah making way for Gideon Akau, a fullback by trade. And And that looks to allow Al Hassan to push further forward. Not too much purchase on that switch of play. Owusu trying to get them moving down this flank. Tuku wants the ball, takes on his man, feels he was impeded. The referee not interested. Now first touch for Akwai. Likes to go in early, but just overcrowded by the two there. Toku. Niger find a good ball out. Sufyan turns back. Rashid. Was Yassin, in fact, popping up on the left-hand flank. Heavily bandaged Owusu. So Yassin and Ismail having switched flanks. A little ball over the top, Yassin. Well, Amid felt he got to the ball first, but rolling about is Otu. Ball clipped out. Now Al Hassan, who certainly won't be too upset about being pushed further forward. He's looked very comfortable in the advanced positions. Felled by Namata. Clipping that left leg of his. And a chance for Ghana to maybe deliver into the area, but can they find a way past Khaled and avoid penalty shootout? Because at the moment that looks like where the match is going. Six white shirts hovering on the edge of the box. Can he find one of them? Well, it's gone far too long, but it will be caught. Just manages to keep that alive, but Niger able to nick in front, but they've taken chance there. Yassin and puts his side back under pressure. And Nusat doing well to clear. I'll be delighted to be able to clear their lines there. Niger. And I think a foul throw potentially, which means they now take over throwing duties. Well, defending champions Mali against Guinea in the other semi-final. Although the previous two winners, 2013 and 2011, Ivory Coast and Burkina Faso, failed to make it to the tournament, as did Gambia or Nigeria. In fact, Cameroon, other than Mali, were the most recent winners of the competition, and Cameroon last won in 2003. Ghana looking to try and claim a first title since '99, but we're looking in trouble there. And now a free kick in a really dangerous position. And no wonder Sufyan is quick on his toes to go and get the ball. Real danger here for Ghana. Yassin went down over the far side. Referee this time giving the decision in favour of Rashid. But on Ibrahim Boubacar Maru, who went down, the striker, gifting this brilliant opportunity for Sofiane, who scored that stunning free kick against in the group stages. Burkina Faso went on to lift the title, so that's a positive omen for the side who goes on to win it. But penalties is a cruel business, and one of these teams will be going out in the most painful way possible. Who will be a hero? Who will be a villain? We'll know soon enough. Well, the last penalty shootouts to happen in the knockout stages weren't to the semi-finals. 2013, even the third place playoff went to penalties between Morocco and Tunisia. 11-10 Tunisia won that. And the final that year in 2013 was decided. Ivory Coast and Nigeria drawing 1-1 in Marrakesh. 5-4 on penalties that the Ivory Coast won, meaning that Ivorian scoring all 5 of theirs, just 1 miss for Nigeria, proving costly. Well, Nigeria, this is certainly new territory at this level, having only ever played in the group stage when they hosted 2 years ago. For Ghana, they've certainly been at this stage before. The last time in 2007, and they were knocked out by Togo by 2-1. Nigeria going on to lift their second title. In 2005, Ghana did reach the final, having beaten Ivory Coast in extra time, which, as we know, is no longer played out at these youth tournament, at this youth tournament, I should say. But they went on to lose to Gambia to an 87th minute goal. When they won the tournament last in 1999, they beat Cameroon 1-0 in the semi-finals before a 3-1 win over Burkina Faso, who had beaten Mali in the other semi-final. And in their first title success, Ghana beating Guinea 3-0 in the semi-finals, and then 3-1 win after extra time to beat Nigeria to their first title. So it's their first penalty shootout in this competition, as well as Nigeria. They're trying to work out how this will work. Well, what will be interesting is seeing how the penalty shootout progresses, because FIFA are trialling, along with UEFA, a new style of penalty shootout. The one previously known as ABAB, first team and second team. Ghana will be going second from those discussions, it seems. But the new one, ABA, trying to take away the advantage of going first, with almost 40% of penalty shootouts in favour of the team going first. The logic being there's always more pressure on the second taker. So we'll see how it progresses, whether the CAF have taken that on board or whether it's going to be the old style, as it looks like becoming. Certainly been very positive reviews of the ABBA system. The Black Starlets trying to rouse their crowd here inside the Stade Port-Gentil in Gabon, which stepped in as hosts when Madagascar had the tournament taken away from them. So these Niger fans, never seen the like at this level. Seeing their side in the group stages 2 years ago was a big step forward. And now qualifying for the tournament in their own right. And a penalty shootout, potentially away from an appearance in the final, would be some story. Well, both these sides have already qualified for the 2017 FIFA Under-17 World Cup in India come October. And that is certainly something they'll be excited about. But now it's about trying to find a way into the final. Up steps Sofiane, who smacked the crossbar just before the end of the match. Cool as you like. Sends Ibrahim the wrong way. And could Khalid, Niger's hero during the 90 minutes, also be the hero in the penalty shootout? He was certainly the busier of the goalkeepers during the match. Now playing mind tricks already with fullback Owusu. Owusu steps up and does exactly as Sofiane had before. Ice cold. Sending Khalid the wrong way and finding the side netting. Cannot do better than that. And a positive start from both sides in this penalty shootout, despite the pressure on their young shoulders. So up steps Amid. Hasn't hit the back of the net in the tournament. Had one chance in the first half when he could have done better. Now he'll have a clean strike at this. A straight run up. And cool as you like again. Well, it'll be interesting to see when the keepers decide to go to their right, because that's where every penalty has gone so far. Becomes a game of chess in some ways. Do you just concentrate on hitting your mark, or do you try and outfox the goalkeeper? Akwe. That is 4 from 4 into the corner. Each penalty nestling in that left-hand corner. Who will be the first to deviate? Up steps Yassine. Again, this is the first time either of these countries have ever been involved in a penalty shootout in this competition. Yassine. Well, he went to the right when everyone else had gone to the left. And Danlad Ibrahim read it. If he'd gone the same way as the rest, he would have scored. But he elected to change up, maybe thinking Ibrahim would think he'd go the same. But despite being a good height, it's still an excellent save from Danlad Ibrahim, who is still yet to concede in normal time. Despite conceding twice the penalty shootout, he's got the big momentum in Ghana's favour, and it's a stunning Panenka. And the Black Starlets look to be strolling now into the final. Khaled going down and just had to watch as the ball drifted over his head. And Idris looks to get the crowd involved. So up steps the substitute. Ishmael really needs to score here. And he does. Well, he went back to the left, to the goalkeeper's right. Ibrahim read it well, but the penalty so well struck with pace and direction, he couldn't get near it. Well, that is a 100% record of players scoring when they've gone to the left. The only one missed from Yassine is when he went right, and Ibrahim read it. Now it's the captain of Ghana, Eric Ayea. 5 goals in the tournament, the top scorer, and it's a brilliant save to deny him. And once again, to that side, failure is what's waiting. A brilliant save onto the post. It was a good height, but the keeper, Khaled, reading it perfectly. Well, Namata with it all square at 3 apiece. But this, the 5th. A miss here could be critical. But he doesn't. And Niger are 1 penalty save away from the final. Pretty central, but sent Ibrahim the wrong way. And it is 4-3. And huge pressure. Well, the competition not using the new ABBA system, which means all the pressure is heaped on Ghana. But that is a stunning penalty. Under all the pressure, Osman comes up trumps. The first to really lift it right into the top corner. And we're into sudden death. So just Yassine and Ayea having their penalties saved. Now it's the captain's turn for Niger, Al-Fari. Can he come up trumps in sudden death against Ibrahim? Stunning penalty, drilled it to the keeper's right, which has been a very fruitful corner to hit. Still yet to see a penalty missed in that corner. Now the substitute Sully, who did score in the opening day thrashing of Cameroon. He has to score, and he does. Khaled holds his head. He guessed right. He got something on it, but couldn't quite keep it out. Well, the tension certainly building. Ibrahim hoping to try and give a teammate an opportunity to win this. He's up against Derbila as we move further down the list of penalty takers, away from those who clearly be more confident. Well, the long legs of Jibrila have to keep their nerve. It's a short run up. And he's hit the crossbar. He didn't look confident coming up to it. And that is proven true as he slumps away. Ibrahim shaking his clenched fists. And Ghana now with a chance to book their place in the final. Devastation for Debrila will only be worse if it comes to pass that is the clinical miss. Ghana looking to make their first final since 2005. 12 years ago, and it's Toku with the chance. Against Khalid. Ghana are into the final. The celebrations for the Black Starlets can begin. A stunning effort from Toku. Ibrahim did his job, but unfortunately for Jibrila, it was him hitting the crossbar that gave Toku the opportunity, and that is a picture-perfect penalty. And Toku has sent Ghana into their first final for 12 years, and a chance for their first African U17 Cup of Nations crown since 1999, and they'll have the opportunity to become the first country to win the competition on 3 occasions, and they'll meet either defending champions Mali or 2 times third place side Guinea. Niger have done themselves incredibly proud to get all the way to the semi-finals. Their consolation is a place at the FIFA Under-17 World Cup in October. But it's Ghana who are going to be partying before turning their attentions to the final. 6-5 on penalties. Jibrila hitting the crossbar, allowing Toku to send the Ghana fans wild and their side into the final. Well, huge disappointment. They had such a great tournament, Niger. And certainly Ismaila Tiamoko and his young charges can be incredibly proud. But it'll be a tough one to take, losing out on penalty shootout. But it's Ghana who take a place in the final, which will be on Sunday, May the 28th. So Ghana, for the second match in a row, drawing a blank, still to concede, but they won't care. They're into the final. It was certainly an entertaining match despite there being no goals. Samuel Fabian said before the match his side had prepared for penalties, but they played to win the match. And there could have been a tap-in for Eric Ayea, but Levin electing to go for a goal, and a terrific save from Khaled Certainly not his last. He did well to come out and pressure Aya, who was oddly subdued in front of goal. Niger did have their opportunities, but they were relatively few and far between. Yakuba wasting that one wide. And when the ball came back to Mensah, his second bite of the cherry forced Khaled to palm it away at his near post. But it was goalless at the break. But then a free kick Khaled seemed to have control of, but just at the last minute electing to tip behind. And from the resulting corner it should have been 1-0. But frustration as Yusuf saw his header come off the crossbar. Well, Ghana continuing to press. And Toku finding Aya, but his brilliant snapshot, brilliantly saved by Khaled. And then Toku got his cut back in, but it was brilliantly anticipated by Khaled, who certainly would have been a deserving winner of the match. But Sofiane almost put Niger into the final. His initial effort was awful, his second was stunning, but the crossbar still likely rattling. Unfortunately, denied him. And just before the end, Al Hassan with the cutback, and Rashid getting in front of Aya and somehow clearing from under his crossbar. That meant a goalless 90 minutes, straight to the penalty shootout. And Yassin was the first to blink. A terrific one-handed save from Ibrahim. After the first four had all been successful, Idris then Panenka'd, Ishmael kept Niger in it. Well, there was the Panenka from Idris. Substitute Ishmael then stood up to make sure they stayed in it, and then vital save and miss from Eric Aya. Usually so deadly, but this was the one that ended up being so cruel for Niger, and Jabrila lifting it up onto the crossbar, and that allowed Toku to brilliantly and agonizingly curl it away from Khaled and send Ghana into the final. So embrace between the coaches. Ismail Tiamoko losing out just to Samuel Fabin's Ghana. So Ghana into the final. Will they play Mali or Guinea? We'll see later tonight. But here it's Ghana